Chris Brown finally breaks his silence and reveals all the details about that infamous night he sent Rihanna to the hospital from his perspective. Hey guys, it's Dax Holt. So I have been waiting years to hear the full story, and now we know exactly what went down that night, straight from Chris himself. In his new documentary, Chris Brown, Welcome to My Life, the singer recounts his relationship with Rihanna and what led to their brawl inside that Lamborghini back in 2009. After reminiscing about how they met and what their lives were like as international superstars by the age of 16, he told of a darker side, how much of their relationship was extremely violent and how both of them got physical with one another quite often while they dated. So here's the thing, I have been one of the biggest haters of Chris Brown since that incident. I was one of the first people to see that photo of Rihanna's bloody face before it went out to the public, and it really affected me. What he did was wrong and inexcusable on so many levels, but what really bothered me was how he always just wanted it to go away. But for the first time, you really hear him take responsibility. This isn't some interview that his publicist set up for him to go out and say, "I'm sorry," like he did on Larry King. He acknowledges he was wrong, and he keeps saying what a monster he was that night. The catalyst for the big blowout, however, was a girl Chris had previously slept with coming up to say hi to them at the Grammy party that night. According to Chris, on the way home, Rihanna saw an unread text from that girl and lost it. That's when things got violent. She began hitting him, tried kicking him, and he retaliated by punching her in the face with a closed fist that busted her lip open. Keep in mind, this is all while the car is still moving. She then spit in his face, grabbed his crotch, and attempted to throw his phone out the window. They ended up pulling over and she started scratching up all of his CDs of unreleased music and yelling out the window for help. Chris obviously ended up going to jail, and the story went on to make international headlines. Throughout his whole account of the story, he keeps saying how he wasn't himself and how much he truly loved her, and still does to this day. He even goes on to say that photo TMZ posted of her beat up face still haunts him. It was really interesting to hear the story as told by Chris himself. You know, you really see the remorse in his face, which I feel like was lacking for a very long time. You know, that one night damaged basically everything in his life. His career, his relationship, and his reputation. So if you get a chance, you should really watch the full documentary. And if you or someone that you know is being affected by an abusive relationship, call the domestic violence hotline at 1-800-799-7233. And if you like this video, don't forget to follow the Hollywood Pipeline on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for all the latest.